Hi Amanda, it's Robin. I have your design open in your two different palettes and I think you did some wonderful work here, Amanda. This is my favorite of yours so far. You started off with very strong parent colors that are different enough to give you a lot of contrast, both in your warm analogous and in your warm to cool. So consequently, you can see that color-wise, you're already starting off with a good palette, which is very important. That's why building these digital palettes are essential, so you can really see, kind of the range that you can get, and then apply that to get a lot of depth out of your design. From the color end of things. And then design-wise, it's just a beautiful design. I mean, taking a circular prompt and then, making this sort of very beautiful floral shape, but then also adding this shape, which kind of looks like it's almost within a glass paperweight or something, or it's almost like a timepiece. It's just very, very lovely and interesting to see what happens when you just change the color. Sort of having this be, kind of a little more of, this almost has kind of a nostalgic or maybe sort of a historical kind of feel, whereas this feels very modern and contemporary because you're using, this very saturated, pinkish color. So that's, something to keep in mind when you're doing your designs, how much of a difference you can get in feel by just changing the colors. But I like these shapes here. I'm not sure in terms of, the only thing I would say is these are just a little far from your main shape here. So I would just bring these two down perhaps slightly closer to your sort of main, sort of circular shape here, just so these look like they're kind of relating a little more. And maybe even making these slightly smaller than this one would then continue with the lovely depth you're getting. You did that nicely here with this sort of span of your circles and the way you applied the colors, but this is reading a little flatter. So that's the only kind of tweaky thing that I would say. But I like that you're taking these prompts and you're really challenging yourself. I do ask that of the more advanced students. You obviously know how to, you know your way around the software, and you understand how to build the palettes. So I will, look to you to, really challenge yourself in this way, because I can, sort of individuate my instruction for you, as you're building these designs. The other thing I would say is you could have gotten maybe a little more of a pop here if you had added maybe just a little bit more saturation, kind of the way you did here, because these look like they're slightly fading a little more. So I'm not sure if you want that. So you would just want these to not to sort of lose these, because they're beautiful elements, but just kind of have them feel a little bit more integrated up here the way you did down here. Okay, so beautiful work, and I appreciate how much time you're putting into these, Amanda. Thanks.